we go.
Okay, got you.
So, Sean Sauter, aka Seany Poo, is creating a children's book. To give you the little pitch, elevator pitch, the story is about a little boy named Seany Poo. Kind of looks like this. Seany Poo's got a bully. He's got a bully problem. And he figures to stop this school bully, he needs to build a robot. So he goes home, takes his dad's junk. But it's not really junk, everyone. It's Seany Poo's dad's stuff. It's his dad's iPad Pro, a toaster, a working retro game console. Seany Poo puts it all together and he builds his best friend, Fuji the robot. And the question is, will Fuji be able to stop the school bully? Or will Seany Poo face the wrath of the bully's Power Wedgie 3000?
Excelsior!
The only way to find out is once I get done with this book and you guys get to read it. It's going to be fun. I've got the writing 100% completed. I had beta reader moms read it just to make sure I've got a story. I made one mom cry because it's got heart at the end. I like to include stuff like that. And the goal with this is I'm going to do it independently. I don't want the Scholastics, the Penguin House or whatever, Random House. I'm not looking to go that route. I'm looking to go independent. But I want Seany Poo and Fuji, the book, to feel and look like a traditionally published book. So I've gone as far as even hiring a professional editor. I'm taking this serious, and I want my book to not, I want it to look and feel like a traditional book. So that's the goal. And we kind of went over my origin story about how I did art classes and I had to get out of my comfort zone. And what I discovered was I had fun doing it. I had fun getting in front of kids, drawing stuff. What we did in that first class, you guys, I drew a robot for them. I drew a robot holding itself like it needed to use the restroom.
Cute.
And the kids loved it. The parents loved it. They all drew their character, their own little robot. And at the end, I had to let them know, hey, we're creators. You guys are creators. You gotta sign your art. You gotta sign your creation so everybody else knows where this came from. And I got done. Like I said, I ran off of that stage. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was just like, I made it. Oh my gosh, I made it. I made it, babe. I made it. Oh. And it blew my mind to have, what was it, 3 or 4 parents walking up to me asking me, where do we get these art classes? Like, we want to bring our kids to your art studio. At the time, I had no art studio. I was an office manager at a shutter company. And I was honest. I was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. And you know, I didn't even get to tell this story. Alexander Simmons, creator of Kids Comic Con, he grabbed a hold of me and pulled me over. And he said, boy, what are you doing? What are you doing? I said, I'm just being honest. Like, I'm not an art teacher. Like, da-da-da-da-da. He's like, no, son, they see something in you, just like how I see something in you. There's more to you than you will ever know, and only you can give whatever they're looking for to them. Only you, not anyone else. Sean, they're telling you they want something from you. You gotta do it. And I said, okay, what do I do, Alexander Simmons? And he said, boy, this is what you do. Anytime somebody comes up and asks you about art classes, you do this. You tell them, Yes, I'm going to have some art classes coming out very, very soon. I don't have them right now, but if you give me your email, your telephone number, as soon as I get these art classes ready to go, you will be the first person to be notified and to sign up. And I said, oh, okay. And what do I do after? He looked me straight in the face and said, boy, you make the class happen. And this is what I didn't include. For years, and I mean over a decade, Comic-Con, comic book stores were all asking me, hey, will you come do classes? And I was saying, nope, 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 not me. After that kids Comic-Con presentation, the first thing that Seany Poo did, I contacted Ken and Susan from Drawn to Comics in downtown Glendale, Arizona, and I said, hey, Ken and Susan, you guys have been bugging me for quite a while, and I've been telling you no. Let's make this happen. And we did. And it was, I mean, I have done more classes past then, but that first set of classes on my own, I didn't have any help from anybody. I did the classes on my own with the help and assistance from Drawn to Comics. And every Saturday for, I believe, 6 Saturdays, I think it was like that, we would do a class on a Saturday. First, it was, we're going to draw characters. And the second one, we're going to draw our villain. The third one, we're going to draw our landscapes and backgrounds. Then we're going to do powers. But what the kids did was I had them create their own story, their own character, their own story, villain, and I had them write it down, and then I had them illustrate it.
Awesome.
And when they got done, Seany Poo took all of their art, and I had to go home, and somehow within a week, I scanned in all of their stuff. I prepped it. I had to like I'm talking printing stuff. I am not a printer. I don't understand that stuff, but Seany Poo had to learn. And I printed out all of their pages so that the final Saturday of art classes, I brought in all the pages. Here goes the first page. I'd hand them out. Here goes the second page. Fold it. Here goes the third, until they were all done. And then we went around with this special funky stapler, and we had them staple their own comic book. That was really cool. And to like the excitement, the joy, the smiles that were created from that. And it was not just Sean Sauter. I've got to give credit where credit's due. Drawn to Comics, they really pulled through, helping me out. They would bring in cupcakes before the class. It was so cool. But we had them staple their comic book, and then we went around and signed everyone. We signed each other's comics just to, we were a part of it. And it was an anthology book. It wasn't just one kid's comic. It was the whole class's comic. This was this kid's story. This is this kid's story, and so on. And the final thing that Drawn to Comics and what I did, we brought in pizza on that final day so they can have a pizza party. Let's go.
Yes.
Excelsior.
Icing on the cake.
So when I was doing these art classes, I was test marketing Seany Poo. I would always, hey guys, my name's Sean Sauter, and I've created a book. And I always give them the pitch, the same pitch, pretty much the same pitch that you guys got. Except I would include, guys, you guys want to know a little secret? In the first book, Seany Poo's going to forget his lunch money, because he always does. Well, he programmed Fuji for this very instant. So he looks at Fuji and he goes, Fuji, I forgot my lunch money. What do you got for me, dude? Again, Fuji doesn't talk. He just bleeps, bleeps. Well, he looks confused. He's like, eh. Well, code starts running down his face. Blah, 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 blah. Then his stomach starts to rock back and forth. Ping, 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 ping. And then slowly his chest plate slowly slides down. And out comes a robotic hand holding a Seany Poo bag. I didn't have this animation then, but I would always plant that seed in the class and just tell them about the Seany Poo bag. And the kids would be like, I mean, what the heck is a Seany Poo bag? What? You guys don't know what a Seany Poo bag is? It's the greatest thing in the world. It's happier than a Happy Meal. But we're not here for, Seany Poo bags, guys. We're here for art. We're going to do heads today. I would do the class. We would draw. They would follow. And eventually, the class would come to an end. And when it came to an end, I would thank the kids for coming out. And then I know I'm lying to them, but I would act like I got a text message. I just got a text message. It's from Boji the robot. He wants me to hand out a real Seany Poo bag. I wish I had one with me, but I would hand out a real Seany Poo bag that looks just like that. That was filled with candy. And it wasn't just candy and junk. I would I would always include a comic book because
Nice.
I am a big advocate for reading. I don't care what you read, just read. Read. The more you read, the more you know. The more you know, the further you will go. Dr. Seuss.
Awesome.
Heck yeah.
That's
But-
awesome, man.
There you go. And that's my desire is I just want to get my children's book done. I just want to get it done. And my ultimate goal is to get in front of kids and try to get them to smile.